everybody. We're here from Van Isle Labradoodles with the last update for the Razzle Dazzle litter. These puppies are 8 weeks old and they have had their spay and neuter surgeries, and they are going to be getting picked up next week and going to their forever families. So this video is our allocation video. In this video, we're going to tell you who is getting one of these beauties and the reasons why. And next to the family visit day and of course pickup day, this is the most exciting day for our families when they find out which puppy has chosen them. So we're starting here with Pink Collar Girl, and Pink Collar Girl is going to go to Williams Lake. She is the second puppy that we have from Van Isle Labradoodles that is off to Williams Lake. And Pink Collar Girl has a new name. Pink Collar is now Willow, and we think that name suits her just perfectly. And Pink Collar Girl, Willow, is going to have a job when she moves to Williams Lake. Her mom and dad own the Canadian Tire at Williams Lake, and Willow is going to be going with mom and dad to work. She's going to be working in the office. Can you imagine how excited those office people are? And then she's also going to be going out and about in the garden center. So we're pretty sure that the Williams Lake Canadian Tire is going to be a whole heck of a lot busier this summer than it was last summer, as everyone's going to want to come and visit Willow. Willow's also going to enjoy lots of hikes with her mom when her mom's not busy working. We think that she's just going to enjoy her life there. Willow is a really outgoing little girl who loves meeting new people, but she also knows when to be quiet. So she'll be perfect in the office, recognizing that that's the time for quiet. And then when it's time to go out and meet people, she'll just be so excited to do so. So congratulations. And oh yes, Willow also has quite an adventure ahead of her. To get to Williams Lake, she is off on a seaplane with Taylor in the morning, and then she's flying from Maple Bay, which is just down from us, on the seaplane, headed off to YVR to meet her new mom and dad, and then she'll go on a regular airplane in the cabin with them back to Williams Lake. So she's going to have quite a fun day on Saturday when she goes to her new family. We can't wait to hear how well she's done. So that is Willow. Now here we have Mr. Purple Collar. You can hear the other puppies in the background complaining that they're not currently the star of the show. Mr. Purple Collar is going to live in Richmond, and his name is now Pika. Pika is going to a really lovely young family with the most delightful little girl, Melina. And I know that Melina and Pika are going to be BFFs. They're going to be able to have a terrific time growing up together. We chose Pika for this family because he is just one of the boys that loves kids. He is a gentle boy. He's really kind and caring. He loves to be held and cuddled. And if Melina decides that she needs to dress him up, I don't think he'll complain about that too much. And also, his new daddy really likes to go on big adventure hikes. And if you'll notice, you can see that Pika is quite a sturdy little fellow. He's one of the heftier puppies in the litter, so he's going to be able to keep up with his new dad really easily on these adventure hikes after he's a year old, of course. So we're really excited for Pika to be going and starting his new life in Richmond. And Melina, your BFF, is on his way to you very shortly. So that's Purple. And next we have Blue Collar Boy. Hello, sweetheart. And Blue Collar Boy is going to have no trouble remembering his new name, as he's been named Blue after Don Cherry's dog, who was also named Blue. And Blue is going to be going to live in Delta. Now, Blue is going to a recently retired couple who want to remain active and have somebody to snuggle up with and spend time with and really devote their days to. And Blue is just the perfect candidate for that. Blue is lots of fun. He'll be great with grandchildren, as he too adores children, and he'll be all excited to go out for a really nice stroll with his new family, or just to stay home, snuggle up on the couch, read a good book together, or watch some TV. Blue is probably the snuggliest out of all of the puppies in this litter, and he is extremely adaptable. So he will be quite content if it's a day at home, and he'll also be happy to go out on an adventure, and he'll be happy to go shopping, go for car rides, whatever anyone wants to do. So congratulations to Blue, who is moving off to Delta. There you go, my boy. And last but not least is our other bruiser out of the litter, and that's Red Collar Girl. Red Collar Girl is now going to be called Dottie. And we picked that name for her because of her one black eye. It looks like a dot on her face, so we called her Dot. So her registered name is Van Isles Connect the Dots, and I'll explain how that relates to the other dogs in just a minute. Dottie is going to be our breeder prospect. She is going to hopefully give Van Isles some puppies in the next couple of years or so when she's ready to do so. We're really excited to be able to carry on this line with Ripple. Ripple always gives us such beautiful puppies. So Dottie's going to live in a guardian home up in Campbell River, and her mama is a realtor. So this gives her lots of flexibility with her schedule, and Dottie's just going to accompany her everywhere. I suspect she'll probably have the largest number of sales for the next month because everybody's going to want to go to her open houses and meet Dottie. Right, Dottie? Yes, I expect so. So I mentioned her name is Van Isles Connect the Dots. Then she's Dottie. So we kept with that sort of board game type of theme for the rest of the litter. So Pika, Purple Collar, is called Jigsaw, Van Isles Jigsaw. And Blue, who is still Blue, is Van Isles Domino Effect, or sorry, Van Isles Twister, from that old game where you used to have to twist like a pretzel. And that's because his black and white coloring looks a little bit like it's twisted on his body. And then Van Isles Domino Effect is the name that we gave to Willow. So the registered names are just the names that we use to register the puppies with WALA, which is the Worldwide Australian Labradoodle Association. And all of our puppies and all of our dogs are registered through that governing body. So congratulations to all of our families. We're going to be so sad to see these four go on Saturday. They've been the most wonderful litter. They're so smart, they're really well behaved, and even though you can hear them right now, normally they're really quite a quiet and calm litter. We've really enjoyed getting to know them all, and we can't wait to hear how well they're doing in their new homes. So thanks very much for watching.
And that's a wrap.